Okay, so I'm going to show you how to memorize functional groups. And I'm going to show you a fast, efficient way to memorize functional groups. First thing you're going to do, and this I did before, I did this like 2 weeks in advance of my organic chemistry course because I was scared out of my mind. And it actually it worked to my favor very well. I didn't get the idea from anybody, but it works well. So here's what you do. I told you to memorize maybe 10 functional groups. What you want to do is go grab any organic chemistry textbook, okay? You look up in the index, functional groups. That's what you're looking at, functional groups. Most organic chemistry textbooks are going to have functional groups in them, a table. This one does have a table in it. I couldn't find it in the index. So I admit, with this one, I had to look a little harder. I knew it was here because I use this as I'm teaching. But here it is, table 2.1. And it's called Examples of Common Functional Groups. I don't know why it's not in the index. Here it is, right here. Now, if you have a different textbook and you can't find functional groups, just Google it. So I'm going to suggest that you memorize 10 functional groups because 10 is a big enough number to have some real bulk to it, but small enough that it's not going to overwhelm you. If I told you to memorize 50, that would sound like a semester's worth, right? Well, it turns out there aren't 50 functional groups, but let's go with 10. Believe me, this will help you relax in organic chemistry, and it's going to attune your eyes to details which most of your classmates are just going to be like, oh my gosh, what is all that? Okay, so here's some functional groups right here. Now, I'm going to guess that you don't know what lines and corners mean and so on. So right now, we're not even really trying to get that much information out of it. We're just going to memorize what we see right here. All right, so I'm going to memorize, and what I told you in an email was, why don't you for now skip everything that has sulfur in it and skip everything that has nitrogen in it, all right? So I'm just going to choose the first 10, all right? So I said do it with 3x5 cards. Watch, I'm going to take my first 3x5 card, and I'm going to take my first functional group, and it looks like it is Rx, okay? I don't know what Rx is. That sounds pretty scary. Rx, can you see that right there? Rx, okay? And the name of Rx is alkyl halide. You see that right there? Alkyl halide. Okay? All right, so that's my first 3x5 card. Now I'm just going to go with the second one. And you've got to make sure you get these right out of the textbook. If you don't, you're going to be hurting yourself, right? So this one is, all right, looks like there's a carbon-carbon double bond, right, which I've got there. It's my carbon-carbon double bond. And it looks like it's got an R, which we'll find out later what R is, but right now, we're just getting our eyes used to this, okay? So it looks like that, okay? 4 R's. Coming straight out of page 56. I think this is the textbook you're using. All right, so now that I've got that, I'm going to find that this is called an alkene, okay? Believe me, I get students even in Organic 2 who are not comfortable with these names. And it's just absolutely crippling to not be comfortable with them, okay? So far, I have an alkyl halide and an alkene, right? And the other side says that. All right, I'm going to do one more card, and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to memorize these, okay? So it looks like the next one is, oh, there's a carbon-carbon triple bond. All right, carbon, 1, 2, 3, carbon. There's my carbon-carbon triple bond, right? And I'm going to put R here and R here. Sorry for the family walking around. This is the challenge of working at home. I'm working here in the kitchen. This is actually the dining room. And everybody's in here working with me. So there's what I got right there, okay? And the name of that is alkyne, all right? So I'm going to go watch this. Alkyne. Real simple cards. Do not make your cards complicated. If you make them complicated, they're going to be overwhelming. You're going to dread them. You're going to put them off. Every time that you should be memorizing, you're going to be going, oh, I'll do that later, right? It's just human nature. So make very simple cards. All right, now I've got 3 cards here. I'm going to pretend like there's 10. Now I'm going to take a few minutes, and I'm going to shuffle them like blind. I'm taking them behind my back. I'm shuffling those like that, right? And I'm going to go, okay, aha. Let's see. Carbon double bond with 4 R's in it. And I've got a piece of paper here, right? And I'm going to draw it out. Believe me, drawing these things out, take my word for it, is going to train your fingers and your eyes to see the easy stuff that's in organic chemistry. It's going to look really scary in the beginning. So I draw it on my paper, and I say, I think that was an alkane. I think that was an alkane, right? So that's what I got on my paper right there, alkane. And then I look on my card, and I go, oh, it was alkene. So I'm going to cross it off here, and I'm going to write alkene. Okay? Right? Making up my own quiz. You see? I got it now. Alkene. Now, I don't remember that yet, but it's easier now. I'm going to go to the next one. There's the next one. I don't remember the order. RX. I write it in my paper. I'm writing it out. I'm practicing writing it out. Okay? And then after I go, oh, I don't know. What does X? I don't know. I totally forget. No, I remember. It's an alkane halide. Yes, alkane halide, right? Maybe that's what it is. I look at my card and I say, oh, no, it's not alkane halide. It's alkyl halide. So I'm going to change it, right, to alkyl halide. I'm very patiently doing this because I want to do well. And I'm not going to let a difficult course hold me back. Okay? I'm just going to keep doing this. Now, after I've got all 10 on one piece of paper, I'm going to take that piece of paper, crumple it up, recycle. Thought I was going to say throw away, didn't you? Okay, I'm going to recycle it. Okay? And then I'm going to do it again. And I'm just going to do this every day. And eventually, they're going to be easy for me. I'm going to do it every day. All right? So that's the way that I'm going to memorize functional groups. If you memorize these, believe me, you will be more relaxed than your classmates when you hit the classroom. All right? Okay, hope that's helpful. Good luck.